welcome to the K&I podcast once again. I'm here with my boy Kevin Passman all the way in New Zealand. I'm over here in Houston, and man, we got a lot to talk to you guys about today. We're covering like a bunch of cars. I've been watching these car shows. I got excited, and I've been just writing them down like crazy because I can never remember, and I always feel bad. And also, we're covering your
Don't you get a check for that? Oh, never mind.
A check? Yeah, I do, but I mean,
not remembering.
Because I get it. Yeah, just because I get a check for that doesn't mean I don't need to write shit down. But yeah, man.
Yeah, my vacation, man.
You went on a vacation?
Another vacation. Yeah, man.
How was
we went
that?
down to the. It was fantastic, man. We went out to way the fuck out, man. Way out in the East Cape of New Zealand, and man, there was nothing there. It was great though, man. No phone reception, no nothing, man. Little fishing villages and stuff. And I was going through this town, and I googled the town real quick. It was a little nothing. I was like, oh wait, this Taika Waititi, you know, the director, is his hometown. And
okay.
so I'm like, man, this guy is from nowhere, man. Made it all the way from this little place to Hollywood, you know? It's really cool, though. But I was looking and cruising around, and I saw this old truck, right? I was like, that is a really cool truck. Nobody would notice that but me. It had like a matching camper top and stuff from the late 70s and all that. And then later on, I was watching the movie Boy by Taika Waititi, and that truck was in the movie, man.
Oh, wow.
It was in the background. Yeah, it's still there in the town, so...
Wow, it's a small world, especially in New Zealand. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
wow,
man.
That's cool.
Yeah, saw lots of abandoned cars, and we got some the abandoned cars, the barn finds and stuff. Man, they're fantastic. That we're gonna cover on some upcoming episodes. Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, we got a few videos of it, man. Do you want to set up any of the videos? Do you want to play them real quick? What?
Yeah.
Which
one
do you want to start with?
I like that bus, man. It's just sitting on the side of the road there. The bus is really cool. I think somebody was living in that thing at some point, you know? And
somebody was
just
living
on the side of the road.
Wow.
Yeah, you can tell it's kind of been set up for living. It's an old city bus. It said it's from Auckland, but it's out there on that cape. You see it's got a little stove and stuff in it, man. They've made it into a home there, man. And
that's amazing.
You can actually hear the sheep behind me too there. I know we muted this, man, but it's really cool. I guess it's a pretty good view. You wake up in the morning, ocean on one side, beautiful sheep on the other. But I don't know what year this bus was or what year it's been sitting there. But I had to take a stop on the side of the road and get some video of this thing, man.
Somebody obviously owns that. They've got cones on it and stuff, trying to keep people safe.
No, you would think they just love cones in New Zealand, man. They put anything beside the road, they put a cone by it. Somebody's invested heavily. I shit you not. I bet I saw 100,000 cones on this road trip. No shit, man. That's not an exaggeration.
Wow. What would keep someone from just taking this thing?
Oh man, it's so big, man.
Just the sheer size alone.
The sheer size of it, man.
But look how cool it is. That thing is really cool. What year do you think that is? Like 1950s?
It might be 1950s, 60s. I'm not really sure, but I love it. It's got a 1940s, 50s, 60s look to it. It was probably in circulation probably up until the 80s at least in New Zealand, you know? Yeah, man, it's just sitting there rotting. I guess it's by the sea, though. Oh, yeah, my hand's all in the video there. But it's right there by the sea, man. But these buses are all over the place, man. That's part of the reason what I'm talking about doing a comedy bus, you know, going from town to town. And I don't want the old bus, though. I want the new double-decker so we can get a bar down below and a venue up top, you know. So, they like their buses here, and they're very common. People live in them. They create we went to a gypsy fair, I guess it was, and they had a bunch of these buses that people live in. They go around selling goods and stuff like that. I don't have a video for that, but it was buses very much like that. The old Bedfords and stuff like that is a British bus. And man, buses, man. So,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. What else did you get videos of?
I got that. It was a Wolseley. I didn't send you the video on that. I can email you that right now, though, if you like.
No, it's too late for that. But what was the?
It's an old Wolseley. I thought it was Austin, Westminster. It looked like it from behind, but the building itself is really cool. That's what caught my eye at first. Just out in the middle of nowhere, you know. And I ran across the field there. It was in a cow pasture. And I got close to it, and I was like, "Oh, there's a car inside, man! It looked like they just drove it up on a ramp in like Burt Reynolds style or something." Just and it's the engine block sitting out next to it, but it's a complete car. Everything looked like it was there, but it's also said they had surveillance around, which I know that's a bullshit story, but I still didn't want to get busted trespassing because I'm still working on my residency here, you know. So I don't want to break any laws whatsoever. Well, I mean, I don't mind breaking them. I don't want to get caught breaking any laws whatsoever. So until my paperwork is processed. So surveillance or not, I got the video and got the hell out of there, man. I want to thank. I'd like to thank our producer though for doing a great job, man. Adrian, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah. Oh, it's improved so much, man.
Yeah. Well, what's the next?
What else we got here? Oh, the road, the dangerous roads.
Dangerous roads.
I love these dangerous roads, man.
New Zealand's notorious for dangerous roads, man. I get nervous, and I don't get that much anxiety driving, but for some reason, man, being on the opposite side of the road and the windy roads, it's too much for me, man. I usually have to let my wife do it, or I take a nap.
And this is
man,
you don't need to know about the opposite side of the road here because there's only one lane, man.
What happens if someone's coming toward you?
If you can get around them, you get around them. If not, you got to back up down this thing, man.
Wow, where is this?
It's on that East Cape, way out in the middle, north of Gisborne, New Zealand, and you can see it washes out. See those handrails? I mean, those guardrails.
Yeah.
For because it's washed out right there. The road is washed out. They call it a slip, and it's like a little landslide, you know.
You're going pretty damn fast.
I'm not fucking around, man. I'm not fucking around because
you're not giving yourself any kind of time if somebody is coming at you, though. What's your reaction time at?
It's pretty quick. Those brakes on that car are excellent, man. Even in the gravel. Yeah. So I'm kind of accounting for that, and I think that my philosophy is the faster you get through there, the less chance of running into somebody and having to go around them, man. When I see it open, I go for it, man. I absolutely go for it, man. And I also kind of like to scare the people coming the other directions because a lot of times it's Asian tourists and they kind of freak out like, the locals don't really give a shit, you know?
Dude,
any kind of tourist, though.
They're notorious for killing people over there. So, what's the next video, man? You're setting us up.
Oh, White Island. Volcano?
White Island. There we go. Yeah. That's where the volcano just erupted in New Zealand a few months back.
Yeah, I think it was sometime last year, and it's a good ways off, man. You can still see it smoking like crazy, man. I was miles and miles away from it on this hike. Man, this hike, it was supposed to be 10 miles, but it wound up being 15 miles up through these hills and stuff, man. My legs were tired all week. But, I don't mind. Man. I could do it, but we had to carry a backpack of supplies, you know. My hiking partner likes to carry a lot of extra shit, but I'm the one carrying the backpack, right?
You're such a pussy.
No, man. You try hiking 15 miles through these mountains, man, with an extra 15 pounds. Yeah, I know you have.
Dude, I was in the 82nd Airborne Division where I carried 100 plus pounds on my back. We jumped in 15 miles behind enemy lines, had to road march to wherever we fought, and it was not straight. So, you know. And
you were in your late teens, early 20s?
Dude, doesn't fucking
Try doing
matter.
It now, man.
Excuses,
I did it, man. No, I just like to pack with the essentials, you know? Just take the stuff you need, you know? We used maybe a fifth of what we had, you know?
Well, sometimes you need that extra coffee. You know, you need that extra coffee or that extra toilet paper. You know what I mean? Those things are important sometimes.
toilet paper is pretty light, but the extra bottles of water. Yeah, but I did. I was on my way. You sent the video. I sent the video of me on the trail there with my new glasses. And I remember the last trip I lost my sunglasses, right? And I bought me a new pair. And within 5-10 minutes, the lens fell out, man.
Oh my God!
I thought I'd go with some cheap ones too, right? I'd go with the cheap ones, but apparently that doesn't work either. I'll just have to go with the expensive ones until I lose them again. It's actually cracked right there. You go.
Oh my goodness!
Look at that.
That's hilarious, man. That's
I bought me a hat to go with it too, man.
Nice.
Pohutakawa, authentic New Zealand Pohutakawa tree hat, made in China.
That's a cool hat, though, man. I dig it. Now, what was the last video there?
It's an abandoned slaughterhouse.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I didn't know. They always called it the freezer works here, you know? It always sounds so nice. Oh, that's an old freezer works, you know? And I realized after a while, that's a slaughterhouse. You can see that's the inside of it, man. It just stretched on forever. It's right on the ocean, too. And, man, the ceiling and the floor had fallen out. And I went out on those cross things there, but what they would do is slaughter the animals, and the guts would fall right down into that little creek and wash out to the ocean, man.
Oh, wow, that's kind of crazy. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool place, man.
I bet you the fishing was really good right there outside of the slaughterhouse.
When that thing was in operation, I bet you could find all kind of sharks and stuff, man.
Yeah. Wow, that's kind of cool. Did you explore it all, or did you guys just get a quick look?
No, we went all through it, man. Went all the way up through it, and it just went on through the whole. It was blocks and blocks of that, and I love abandoned places. We went to. They had people kind of homesteading in there, you know.
Yeah.
A guy had a grinder and stuff in there. Had a generator outside the building, of course, safety first. All the exhaust fumes are outside, but I followed this cord, went all the way back there, and the guy grinding some shit. He had some kind of crab pots or something there, man. He looked like he just moved his stuff in, you know. It's near the water. Wow. He keeps his stuff there. The next building had an old tractor in it that was a bit in use, you know. But I think the locals just kind of took over it, man.
Wow.
Oh, it was another section. Somebody had built some cabins, put some cabins up inside the ruins there, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I should have gotten video of all that, man.
I gotta hurry up and get over there. And if our old ladies ever get sick of us, man, it's okay, because we can just be bums on the beach, no problem, man. It's all good.
Oh, it's great, yeah. And it's walking distance too. You don't even need to drive over there. You just walk.
Yeah. So tell us, dude, you're gonna open up a new venue?
Looking for a venue. I'm looking for a combo if I can get it. A little warehouse and a little side room, and we're doing, warehouse for my cars. It always comes back to cars with me, man.
Oh, I know, but you told me that it was an announcement. You wanted to make an announcement that you're opening up a new venue. Now
it's a venue.
I know you're making the same announcement you've made. Like
no, it's different.
A bunch of podcasts. You found
some places. Yeah, some cool places. Cool. It's right here in central Auckland. And what we want to do is we open it up, and it's kind of write a show Monday through Friday. Get a group of people together to write a show, and like on a Saturday afternoon, call it like Friday Night in America, because we're a day ahead. Mm-hmm. Shoot it live, do a live show on Saturday afternoon, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening here, before the comedy club opens up. The big club, the classic here. So we're going to do live shows all week, but at the end of the week, we're going to do a live show called like Friday Night in America, because it's Saturday afternoon here, and broadcast it live, man.
Cool.
What? That's cool, man.
So what are you guys going to be? What's the show? What's the premise?
It can vary from week to week, man. I think there's such a good community here with comedy and a lot of people creating stuff. But I think that when you get your best stuff, you have a lot of collaboration, you know? like a Monty Python or like In Living Color, anything like that. You get so many heads together, and it comes together, and you create it. I think I want to take it and help concentrate the efforts, and getting people in together and writing.
Style?
It could be improv, it could be stand up, it could be sketch, it could be anything, man.
Cool.
Just roll with it, and whatever somebody wants to do. There are a lot of musical acts here, comedy musical acts.
Yeah.
I think what they do is kind of like a Flight of the Conchords kind of thing. A lot of influence here, maybe something like that, And but I think the best comedy comes from like Second City in Chicago or something like that. Comes from a bunch of people getting together and concentrating on it and kind of competing a little bit, the comedy and stuff like that. So I want to help do that here, kind of aggregate it, man.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds cool, man. That sounds cool. Can't wait to get over there and participate, man. Dude.
I said we need writers, man. You do yours on the fly, don't you?
What?
You do yours like Sinbad style, man. Your comedy.
It just depends.
You don't write it beforehand. Yeah, no, I'm just messing with you, man.
Yeah. Stand up, I'll do. I can do. Yeah, it just depends, man. I've written jokes. Come on.
So what? Where'd you get the Bucky shirt from, man? Show us the Bucky shirt.
Where do you think I've got the Bucky shirt from, man?
At one of the 1001 Bucky's locations in Houston.
Yeah, I got the one. It was the one when you come out of San Antonio on the way back from to Houston on the I-10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you been? So you went to San Antonio?
No, this Bucky shirt is old, man. I used to live in San Antonio. This Bucky shirt's probably as old as my kid, man. Old as our producer. Yeah, man, I've been just chilling, dude. I've been watching tons and tons of car shows, trying to fucking do my homework, and I finally wrote down the name of that garage that I like. It's Gotham Garage. And
Garage.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll bring it up. We'll bring it up right now, man. I wanted to give them their props because they have some badass cars. Check these out, dude.
Yeah. It's kind of George Barris influence, man. George Barris was one of the original custom. I think he did the cars for the Munsters show and stuff like that. It's got a George Barris kind of feel to it. Yeah. I like it, man.
Yeah, me
Paddy
too,
wagon, man.
They do a lot.
That's paddy wagon's politically incorrect these days, man. You know that, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah. It has to do with the Irish, like in New York, they would get drunk, and there would be so many of them in the bar fights and stuff, and drunk on the street that they would have to bring a big wagon to put them all in. They call it a paddy wagon. So
that's right.
You can offend the Irish, though. It's fine.
they got thick skin, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, man, I really dig them. One of the things they did on here was a 33 Ford Vicky, and that's one of the ones.
Victoria,
bring that up. Yeah, bring that up, Adrian. That I like that one because it's you get them cheap, because it seems like they said that everybody's got one. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those cars that just got really popular and everybody got one. Now I want to do that to it though. I want to rat rod it out. Now those aren't so cheap, but
the old high boy. I like that too. You take the fenders off, and I love those fishtail mufflers and stuff like that. And that is that's actually a 1950s style custom job. Is what that is. I like those too. I like the original round of the hot rodding from the early mid 50s, 1960s. See the old hubcapless chrome wheel, the white wall tires and stuff like that. That's it's the first generation of the hot rodders, really. But and the reason in the 1950s, the cars that they made in the 30s were very cheap, so the young guys could get these cars for nothing at that point. And they made, like you said, they made so many of them that they would take them and they would customize them like that. It was a cheap way to do it, but that's why they developed like that.
Now, what kind of engine are you putting in there? Because that's not an engine from 33.
No, it's definitely not an engine from 33. I can hardly see it, but they would just put the 1950s V8s and stuff in them.
Yeah, you feel
back then.
like right now though, you'd probably put like a Chevy small block or Chevy big block.
Yeah, it's any 350 crate engine. You know, they call it crate, just straight from the crate stock engine. You could add a little bit to it, but you can't go wrong with just a good basic 350 crate engine. You know, in a car like that. So, I mean, if it's a Ford, it's a little bit different though, because that's a Chevy engine putting it into a Ford car, you know. So you might want to put a 302 in it, a 351, something like that. A Ford engine and a Ford car.
Okay. Now that's another question I had, because I've been watching a lot of these shows, and it seems like they almost always put a Chevy engine in.
Yeah, they do that. They do that a lot. It's just a common engine to do it with. I don't know how that developed, but maybe it bolts up easier. Maybe it. I don't know, man. Like you were talking about those Porsches too. This Porsche 944.
Yeah, I actually have that brought up, man. Bring up that Porsche 944.
Porsche. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think the hardcore Porsche guys call it Porsche, and if you call it Porsche, they really get angry.
Right there.
So.
Well, tell me what you were going to say about it, though.
Oh, the 944, they came with the 4-cylinder engines. I think they were problematic. It's the first time Porsche, however you want to say it, put a front engine car. I did a front engine car, and they had trouble with reliability and stuff. But there's a conversion that you can just drop a 350 in there. It bolts up in there, a Chevy 350. You kind of got the best of both worlds, a little European Porsche handling, and good old American reliability with the horsepower, you know. And I love that. I love that, man. I love that kind of.
I dig the lines the other direction. Oh, that's actually fine right there. I dig the lines a lot, but I don't think that I would go with the Corvette engine. I think I disagree with you on that. I think what I would go with is the 4-cylinder. Go back the other direction, please, Adrian. There you go. Leave it there. I think I would leave the 4-cylinder and just turbo it up. You know, and some did come with a 4-cylinder.
Some did come with a turbo and all modern. Yeah, I think that's probably a good way to do it because of the weight aspect. That 350 makes it a little heavier in the front, throws the balance off a little bit. Yeah. But the thing is, if you kept the original 4-cylinder in it, they had issues. So about the 10th time you took it to the repairman, and it cost you $5,000 each time, you would say, "Fuck it, I'm going with the 350, man. I'm done with this stuff." But that would be the way to do it. Maybe put a little lighter engine in there, maybe even a 6-cylinder or even a small V8, a smaller V8. You know.
Well, here's another question
for balance.
Here's another question that I had. Could you theoretically, since it does have a trunk, could you convert it and put a rear engine Porsche motor into it?
Oh yeah, you can bastardize anything, man. Yeah, I could see that's actually a hatchback, man. That would be a cool way to do it. Put it like under glass kind of thing. You can actually look through the hatchback and see the engine. Yeah.
Now you're fucking feeling me, bro. That's what I want to do. I want to get one of those, and I want to put a Porsche engine in the back. It's a Porsche. Don't fucking disrespect it. You know what I mean? It's like a badass Porsche engine in the back, and just fucking go.
That'd be an odd way to do it, though, man. The Porsche guys went out of their way to do a front engine car, and then you go back and like, oh no, you German bastard, you don't know what you're doing. Let me put it in the back. It goes in the back, remember?
Oh man, but wouldn't that be fucking awesome? Oh, I love that.
I noticed that after this 944, they didn't put any more in the front. No, they put them all in the back. After that, it's like that's enough of that shit.
Exactly.
So you might be right, man.
I'd be right, man. Now, to do that, it would. How expensive do you think that would be? Because I could pick one of these up for like $1,000. So, like, how expensive do you think that would be to actually, I'd probably one of those Porsche motors would be super expensive, and then to convert it like that.
Yeah, the engines, it would be, and whatever the cost I would give you, you would have to multiply it by 3 or 4 because it's always more than you expect.
So this is another idea. is what you do is you just get a Porsche 911, right? And you like an old one, and you take that body off and put that body on.
Yeah, but you would be destroying a really valuable cool car to get the shittiest version they ever made, the cheapest nothing. You would be destroying something really worth something to modify this piece of crap.
What if the body's messed up? You know what I mean? And you just get it for nothing, like at a fucking junkyard.
Yeah, I guess that could work, but yeah, I mean, I just go with the front engine, man. Just go with one. The best way to do it is buy one already done with the Chevy 350 in it, man, because you can get them for like $6,000, $8,000, $10,000 at the very most, and that thing is gonna run. It's gonna be cheap, man. To spend years of your life trying to put this thing together, you're trying to re-engineer German stuff, man. The people who know how to engineer shit. I would trust these Germans much more than you, man. They put some thought into it, man.
Yeah, cool deal. Well, what about the TBucket?
The TBucket Roadster? Yeah, I like the TBucket. I saw a TBucket Roadster on this trip too, man. It flashed by. The guy was trying to parallel park it, but I'm gonna send you that video, man. See if we can get it. This guy, TBucket Roadster, and I love the TBucket. Can't go wrong there. You know, weight to horsepower ratio. You know, good convertible car. Not the most aerodynamic with those big windshields, though. But you can fold those down and get your mouth full of bugs and things. You know. Yeah. A little bouncy, a little squirrely, but good. Just a good fun car. A little bit of kind of a mix between a hot rod and a clown car to me. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I can see that.
I've always loved the T-Buckets, man.
I can see that. It just seems like it'd be a fun little cheap way to kind of like have fun. It might be like a first build car. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was one of those first build cars, and that was the early Fords that they made so many of. That was cheap to modify it like that, and cheap to buy in the 1940s, 50s, 60s, because they made so many of them. But the thing is, they became like almost junk cars, you know?
Yeah.
Because there were so many of them. It's kind of like the Volkswagen Beetle. There's so many of them. They made 20 million of them. So they're like, oh, they made so many of them. They're not worth anything. But then they started to destroy them, like cutting them up and doing different things. And now they've gone away, you know? But there's still a nostalgia factor for them. So they were kind of throwaway. There was kind of throwaway cars 20 years after they were built because there were so many.
Wow.
You know?
I wish I could.
So they've destroyed them now. So.
Yeah.
Dude,
speaking of bugs, man, the VW bus, I've been checking those out. I remember having one. My grandpa had one of those when I was a kid, man, and I fucking loved it. You know what I mean? There's just something about it. It was loud. It was fun. It wasn't that comfortable, but it was an experience every time we got in that thing. You know, watching it shift. You know, and
I love them. I love them, and those are going outrageous now, man. Especially the one with the little, I think it's a 21 window, right there on the bottom, on the right there with the top sun windows. Those are going for like $100,000 now, man. It's crazy.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. Have you seen Fluffy's? Gabriel Iglesias, he has one.
Oh, he collects those, right? Yeah, he collects them. That's what I heard, man. That's cool.
You know what a cool
I wouldn't mind getting one, but having it like 4x, like giving it some off-roading capability.
Oh, you're talking about heavy modifications there, man. That rear engine. What's good with that is they have what they call a Bussaroo. It's the VW bus with a Subaru engine in it, man. Well, the old pancake Subaru engine, a modern engine. And you get maybe close to 200 horsepower out of it. Very reliable. That's a real popular conversion, man. It bolts. It pretty much bolts right in. Yeah, the Subaru engines will fit in there.
Bussaroo.
Busaroo or something like that. BAS. It's Bussaroo. It's a U on the end. Yeah. BUSARU. That's it. BUSARU. And also emailed that TBucket video I had.
Oh, you
It's got
did?
great sound too. Yeah. If you get time to pull that up.
Can you go to the email, Adrian, after you bring up this Bussaroo, and then check out that TBucket video?
So yeah, man.
Play that.
Yeah,
video,
we've covered the Slaughterhouse, White Island.
Oh, dude, I still have a fucking long list, man. We've only got to VWs.
It's all right. There it is. This one might need sound to it if you can get it. It's got a great sound. The guy's trying to parallel park behind it. Behind that van there.
Oh yeah, you're making him work, poor kid.
It's really funny because the guy's trying to parallel park it, and I think he's arguing with his old lady at the same time. She's trying to tell him how to park or something. Mm-hmm. And so he just gets frustrated and takes off.
Oh, here we go.
Dude. He's right behind that minivan right there, whatever the hell it is.
Oh, wow, look at that. Beautiful.
A beautiful little New Zealand town, man, right on the river. Yeah, the dude, he was so pissed off. He's trying to parallel park, and his old lady's trying to tell him how to do it. And I can hear him because it's all open right there, open top. Yeah. And he's like, fuck it, and just takes off, man.
That's cool. What was the other video that you wanted to email me? You can email me real quick, man.
Okay, it was the one video of the, go ahead, man. What else we got? The Bussaroo? Do we have the Bussaroo?
I don't know if you found that.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, there we go. You can just bring up the picture of it, right? The word it has the name over it. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, the Bussaroo. It looks the same though. That's the best thing about it is, and it's with the radiator too. So like I said, it's water cooled instead of the regular VW air cooled. It's got extra horsepower. It's just so much more reliable. So yeah, it just goes right in the back there. They call it a pancake because it's flat. It goes underneath the back deck there. So yeah, man, I want one of those too.
I wouldn't mind having. I wouldn't want a Bussaroo per se. I like the VW bus, but the Bussaroo is cool. I like that. It's more utilitarian. Like it seems like you can use it. Hey, check out the Super B, VW Bug Super B. That's something I think I would have fun doing something with.
Super Beetle or Super B?
Super Beetle.
Oh
Super
yeah.
Bug, Super B.
Those are pretty cool. What they do with that is it's just a little bit wider. Those I think maybe it had a little extra horsepower, maybe even the VW bus engine in it.
What the hell?
And a little wider track.
Kid sucks. So yeah, it's wider.
Yeah, it's there are a couple of little different things about it. I think it's a little bit wider. It kind of maybe helps with handling, a little bit more space inside for fat Americans and stuff like that. I think the engine, maybe it's a 17 something cc with maybe they put the VW bus engine in it. Maybe, I don't know. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, it's very subtle. You can't really tell too much of the difference between the Beetle and the Super Beetle. The only time I really noticed that the reason I noticed that the Super Beetle was wider because I was trying to put Super Beetle parts on a regular VW. Like, why is this not fitting, man?
That's funny, man. See, I like the Super Beetle. I like the whole idea of it being wider, having more better handling, stuff like that, and more space for my fat ass. I mean, if I'm being honest, dude, I'm not a little guy, so I like space.
Yeah, space is good, man.
I think that's something I could take and really baja out, and make badass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Oh. I emailed that barn find of the that Wolseley. It's a British car.
Oh, okay, let's check that out. I'm liking these videos, man.
It's cool, and yeah, like I said, I was trespassing there, so I was in and out, man.
I saw you. Yeah, you kind of ran. I was wondering, why the fuck is he running out? Is there somebody gonna shoot him?
I know it's bullshit, but it said surveillance, like the video surveillance on the gate. I know it's bullshit, but like I said, I don't want to be caught committing any crimes whatsoever here in New Zealand. I'm still working on my paperwork. Yeah, I'm just driving by this thing, man, and you'll see how fast I get over this fence too, man. I'm still pretty agile.
Spry. Yeah.
Yeah. So look, I mean, at first I just saw the building. I thought the building was cool, but then I stopped and looked. I said, I think there's a car inside of there, man. So, look at that, man.
Yeah. Wow.
It's an old British car, man. I thought it was an Austin, Westminster, but I think they're made to the same basic car overall in the rear and stuff. You see the engine block right there. It's on the side of the car, man.
Yeah.
Right-hand drive, of course, man. The bumpers on the front, and see that narrow grill and stuff. It's just the hay everywhere, man. It's an old hay barn, you know.
That's pretty cool, man.
The bumpers through the windshield. Yeah, I probably should have just hung around and got a little bit more video. I have a more high definition stuff we're gonna do for a full episode on these abandoned cars, man.
Yeah.
So I'm running back across, not going too fast, you know. And watch. I still got it, man. I'm gonna hop over this fence, man. Watch how fast I get over this fence with the phone in hand. Continue getting the shots. Look at that,
man. Nice, cool
I still
deal.
Got it, man.
You still got it, bro. Well, fuck, man. I had some more stuff to pull up, but it's been, a decent amount of time, so we'll probably save it for next podcast. But man, freaking, that looked like a fun fucking vacation, man. You did a lot of cool shit, and I'm excited to do some videos about barn finds because, I mean, to be honest, man, that's kind of like what the whole point of this show from the start was. The Canada Car Show was, we wanted to find that fucking shit that wasn't, typically.
But then this COVID thing hit, man, and we had to do it from different hemispheres, man.
I know, man.
The show is designed to be in the same room together, hanging out and talking. But you got to roll with whatever pandemic is fashionable at the time. You got to do whatever it takes, man.
You got to do what you got to do in this fucking slow apocalypse, man. So
yeah,
keep your fucking head up, man. I'll try to keep mine up. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. We love you guys. Share it, like it, watch the whole thing. You haven't seen it all yet. Peace.